Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes in Exandria. Or welcome to the first time, if it's your first time joining us. I'm Kay, and that's Luna, and we are your dungeon masters for this 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons show. I've got some announcements to get through, but first we're going to do some player introductions. Nick, take it away.
Hi, I'm Nick. I play East Selberg, the human archfey patron warlock.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I play Zofdal Zephyrax, the Dragonborn Graviturgy Wizard, as well as Avarice's Quarry, the Swarmkeeper Ranger.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I play Bonks the Bugbear Barbarian.
Hello, I'm Melissa, and I play Angelica Jacobson, who is a Fearbow Druid.
Great. So we premiere our episodes on YouTube on Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Tonight we are resuming our side adventure, which is set in Exandria. You can see some stat cards over there for the characters. The character art on those stat cards was done by yours truly. And we've got music this season. We play selections from the Critical Role soundtrack, Welcome to Tal'Dorei, also from Incompetech, Tabletop Audio, and Battle Bards. You can check the video description for links, credits, important resources, and other information. You can follow us on Twitter at Antiheroes Anon for news and updates. And last but not least, we want you to enjoy the show. Please share it with your friends. Click the like or subscribe button, if you really like it. And most importantly, come back and watch some more. That's it. Let's cue the intro video. Welcome back. Let's jump right in with a recap. The Quatrefoils have ventured into the Faewild to rescue Zoph from the clutches of Pascal Roth and Zoph's brother Rivan Zephyrax. Their guide, an Eladrin ranger named Avarice's Quarry, has led them into the Gelid Coil, a network of caverns made out of a frozen sea. The group nearly became permanently lost before Ivor the Hollow and Gornok, of the Wild Hunt, appeared to guide them out. Just when they were nearly free, the Gelid Coil began acting directly to thwart them by collapsing the tunnels around them. But they managed to escape with their lives. However, it wasn't long afterward that the two wild hunters switched allegiances, taking a contract from Roots Inverse to recapture Easter. The Quatrefoils countered their ambush and are now faced with the decision of what to do with them. Meanwhile, Zoph reluctantly travels with their brother's band of cultists across the continent of Xhorhas toward Asarius. Though Zoph has made attempts to sway their brother to their way of thinking, Rivan seems so far unshaken in his devotion to the Dragon Queen. Dun, dun.
We'll see about that.
With the two Yeth hounds, no more than wisps of glittering black smoke on the wind, and Ivor the Hollow's unconscious body unmoving in the dirt, the group of you converge on Gornok, bloodied and bruised but still standing. The morning star drops from his grasp and hits the ground with a dull thud, and Gornok raises his hands in surrender. All right, I can see when I've been beaten.
I think Bonks will drag Ivor over to Gornok gently, and then just kind of lay her down next to him, and then just be like, "Why did you come back for us like this?"
Well, nothing personal. We were made a very enticing offer. A lot of people are going to pay very handsomely for you, Easter.
Was it worth it?
Clearly, they needed to send more than just the 2 hounds. But more will come, even if you have stopped us.
If we let you go, are you going to come back, or are you still going to put us in danger?
You've beaten me, I admit it. Even if we regroup, it's a losing battle, and those are not profitable for us. The Wild Hunt may take a blow to their... What's the word?
Reputation.
Yep. Thank you. It's been a long day. The Wild Hunt may take a blow to their reputation, but it would be an even bigger blow if we were to continually fail. Besides, we didn't have a contract signed in ink, so as far as I'm concerned, it's not too late for us to back out. It's the least I can do for you for sparing us, if that is indeed what you intend to do.
Speaking of that, can I roll a medicine check to make sure that Ivor the Hollow is stable?
Sure.
Okay. I forgot to grab my physical dice, so I'll just roll it on D&D Beyond real quick.
Sorry, Nick, you were going to say something too?
Oh, I'll wait for Corey's thing.
D&D Beyond is rolling at the speed of slow.
I know it would have been faster just to grab your physical
I had
dice.
to-
19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I had to fix that too.
She's stable.
Good. Okay. I'll grab my dice.
Or
now.
you stabilize her with the check, rather. Listen, if you let us go, which it seems like you're intending to do anyway, I don't know where it is that you are planning to go from here, but I can disguise your trail, at least up to this point. Make it look like you were stopped.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the least I can do. No
Yeah,
hard
Yes.
feelings and all that.
There's more I want from you than that.
I'm listening.
Spread the word. Let people know that this bounty is more than it's worth. More trouble than it's worth.
Oh, is that all? Easy. I'm not sure that will dissuade your your old friend.
No, but we'll be
He
out.
seems pretty stubborn.
We'll be beyond his reach pretty soon.
But the Wild Hunt won't come after you anymore, I can be sure of that.
Yeah.
Can I insight check Gornok?
Sure. What are you trying to infer?
I got a 19. I'm trying to just make sure he's going to be true to his word for all the things we're talking about. He's going to cover our trail. Wild Hunt's not going to come after us. He's not going to come after us. You know, just
You rolled a 19?
yeah,
Yeah, he seems
genuine.
like he's genuine. Yeah.
Okay. So I think Bonk will just kind of sigh, maybe like a little bit of a relief, and then yeah, he'll relax. He seemed kind of just visibly just relax a little bit once the conversation's going in this direction, and he kind of looks to Quarry and Easter and motions. Should we I guess get going then?
We are not far now, so if we do get moving, we'll be there soon.
Faster the better.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here as long as little time as I possibly can.
Cormac
How is-
slowly takes
how
his
is
morning
everybody?
star from the ground and puts it on his belt again as you guys are having this conversation.
Quarry Quarry will see Angelica kind of inspecting everyone for wounds and stuff like that, and will say, Miss Angelica, please, let me heal your friends. If I understand your situation correctly, the group of you might not be far from another confrontation, but I most likely will not be following you across, into your other world. So allow me to expend the spell energy and keep yourselves fresh.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so who needs what?
Yeah, I'm down to about half.
Yeah, okay. We'll just start expending second level spell slots, because that's my highest. So we'll do a second level Cure Wounds on Angie.
That's right. Angie got knocked around quite a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she got the worst of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I took
that is
4 hit points of damage, so I'm fine.
2d8.
I'm
Those
down.
Yethlons were supposed to be so scary.
One of them bit me, and
I'm
they got
mad
me
about
for. I took 19 damage.
Yeah.
For the first one, it's 12 hit points back to
Great.
Angie.
Perfect. That's great.
How are you doing now?
Yeah, that's enough. That's fine.
Okay, and Bonks, you took a little damage?
Yeah, I took 19 damage.
Okay, then we'll do another second level slot on Bonks. Ooh, much better roll. 16.
Oh, perfect. That is plenty.
There we go. Nice and tidied up.
That was much better. Ready to go on.
All right.
Well, allow me to lead the way then. We shouldn't be far, but maybe we should keep an ear and eye open for any further hounds.
As you turn to leave, Gornok says, Bonks, can I have a word before you leave?
Sure.
And he kind of pulls you a little bit of aside from the group. I don't know why, but spending time with you the past day or so, I'm reminded of a story my ancestors once told me. A story about a demon turned fae named Naviask, who was drawn to the scarred lands of Exandria. Do you know it?
Naviask?
Naviask. Naviask.
Oh, I got it right. Do I know it? Let me look at my notes. Did I hear that name? Control F. Naviask. Yes,
I wish our
did.
brains were that easy to access.
Yes. Let's see. That was from the So I think I have that book, right? Or is that the one I borrowed from the archives in
you would have
Uthadern?
learned about it from the archives, so you
Okay,
don't.
so I don't
currently
have the
on
book.
you.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's not the one I have. Okay, so then I'll just when he says that, I'll think about it, and then I'll look at my notebook and kind of flip through the pages and be like, yes, I read about this story. What of it?
Well, they say that he passed through a Fae crossing near here, and he found a clan of our kind. A clan who had long since crossed over to make a life there in Exandria. And that he found those of similar heart among them, and shared his power with them. This is all ancient history and folktale, of course. I don't know how much is true, but perhaps you and I share a blood connection after all.
Perhaps.
Kind of gives you a pat on the shoulder. And he says, take care.
You too. I don't know if there's any way we can really keep in touch, but
I doubt it. But that's alright.
yeah.
If destiny so wills it, we will meet again.
Thank you for
He lets you go.
guiding us through the gelid coil.
Thanks for keeping up with us.
All right. See you later. Then
Farewell.
he'll walk back to the group.
Yeah.
All right.
I think as they're leaving, Easter like stops and turns around and calls it, "Hey, Gornock!
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how much am I worth now?"
You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
More than Vert?
Doubt it.
Well, you also know that money isn't necessarily the currency of choice here in the Faewild either, so it's difficult to quantify.
Yeah, so who can compare a bounty of 1,000,000 gold pieces to whatever Easter's worth?
That's true. It's true.
We think she's worth more anyway.
Easter just turns around. Ah, man, you can never get a straight answer out of anybody around here.
Yeah, so as you turn to leave, then Gornock kneels to tend to Ivor the Hollow, and you leave him behind in the clearing. Can I have a group survival check for the last leg of your journey?
Can I help somebody? Because I don't have good survival.
Nah, it's a
It's
group
not how
check.
group
Everyone's
checks
Oh, I
got
have
work,
to.
Zach.
Okay. All right.
20.
The dirty 10. I don't know why. I don't know why I said it like that.
it.
I also got a 20.
I also got a dirty 12.
So dirty.
Hey, but you're all above 10, so you're fine. Resuming your journey dawnward, you traverse through the sparse purple trees and scraggly underbrush for hours.
So scraggly.
So scraggly. Until finally, the landscape around you begins to shift slightly. The magic in the air feels thinner. The purple hues of the foliage more subdued. The aromas of moss, earth, and mold less pungent. Ahead of you, 2 thick trees grow 5 feet apart, their trunks leaning toward each other so that their branches can intertwine in knots and tangles, adorned with black and purple leaves. The space between them shimmers and ripples like the surface of water. You have arrived at the Fae Crossing.
Do you know where this goes?
I do not. But I know this is our destination, and I know that my Lady Avarice wished you to reach this point, so I'm assuming it goes precisely where you need it to.
Okay. But it goes, like,
Back.
to Exandria, right?
Yes.
Because the last time I stepped through a Fae crossing, I did not go where I thought it was going to go.
On the point of whether it goes to Exandria or not, I'm 99% confident it does go to Exandria.
Roll a d100.
It's a 5. It's a 5.
five.
Out of
I guess
100.
you're fine. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alright.
I will confess, I had thought that maybe she would be here to meet you, and that there might be some ceremony to your leaving. I wasn't quite ready to say goodbyes yet.
Yeah. Well, it's one ceremony we can still do. And he's just like thrust out her hand.
Oh yes, right. Hold on. And I'll reach into my bag and pull out the eyes of Avarice and kind of hold them up in front of Easter's face a little bit, kind of imagine them on her. And then...
it's a mask. It's a mask.
Well, I thought it was goggles.
No, it's a mask.
No. Well. All right. Well, then that is a singular item.
Yes.
I will imagine it on her. I don't know why I thought they were goggles this entire time.
Well, it starts with the dark lenses inlaid in this mask.
That's true. And the item's name is Eyes, plural.
Mhm.
So
Plus, Easter has some goggles that are like, what are those goggles of insight or something?
Oh yeah,
True seeing or something.
Object reading.
object reading. Thanks for playing.
anyways, Corey will then hand them to her. You've earned these with my lady's thanks.
Easter takes it.
It is a mask shaped like a fox's head. The eyes have dark lenses inlaid in them. I believe. Where is the description that I wrote? Somewhere in this list of creations.
I hope all of Easter's magic items are just facial accessories, so you end up with like
I was gonna say, does anyone else use goggles? Because I feel like I'm taking all the magic items. I have the goggles, I have the wand, I have this thing now.
we can sort that out later.
Okay.
I mean, Zoph raises their hand somewhere.
You have the you know.
I'm good at
Okay.
Arcana checks. I'll take it.
Well,
But
you've
yeah, that's
also
a good
got
idea.
a rod of retribution or something too.
Yeah, Zoph has that.
The dark lenses inlaid into this delicately carved, polished wooden fox mask gleam with fey magic. Okay, here's the mechanic deets. The mask requires attunement. It has 3 charges. While wearing it, you can expend 1 charge to cast the Scrying spell, DC 17, on a target that is on the same world on the material plane as you are. And 3 charges to cast it on a target on another world. The mask regains all expended charges at dawn.
Cool.
That's your custom-made magic item. 1 for Easter. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. So this is from where I'm from, right?
Yes. Windhaven. Wind. What's it?
Wind Hollow.
That's the one.
Do I recognize this? Do I know of it? Or is it just kind of like a somewhat obscure thing?
Were you familiar with like artisans and stuff? I mean,
I was
feel like
really young.
you were really
I'm
young
like-
when you were
yeah.
taken, so probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. Easter, do you try it on?
Yeah, I think she just like kind of like takes the goggles off and hands them over to Angelica. And tries on the
Hold on.
mask.
Now, normally, to attune to a magic item, it requires a short or long rest.
Mhm.
Or is it a long rest?
Short rest. It's like an
Short
hour.
rest or long rest, right? But this item was crafted for you. The magic in this item recognizes you as its true owner immediately, and you attune to it in an instant. You get the feeling that unattuning from it might be another story.
It's cursed.
But you feel a sense of elation and purpose and rightness as it fits you perfectly. And you know intuitively what this mask can do. Can you also make a
Wisdom saving throw? Please don't say
no.
wisdom.
No. I'm not that mean. No, I was thinking an Arcana check.
Like I said, my track record with wisdom saves against face stuff is
Not a wisdom saving throw.
okay, Arcana.
Arcana check.
17.
That's pretty good. You sense that this item has some dormant, untapped potential. You're not entirely sure what that means for you, but the magic that you can access now is not the limit of the magic that this item possesses.
So, you mentioned unattuning to it is going to be tricky. Can I take it off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll stow it with my things. All right, this. Thanks.
Thank you to me.
Yeah.
Well,
Talk
don't
to you, buddy.
thank me at all. I thank Avarice.
Well, I mean,
He's the one who sent it to you.
I'm not thanking you for the mask. I'm thanking you for all the stuff you did for us.
Well, you're welcome. We got off to a bit of a rough start, I think, as a group, but I'm glad that I was able to be helpful, at least a little bit, in the end. And, I don't know, I think I said it before, but I don't get to travel with others very often. Most of the time I'm on my own, and I was grateful for the time in your little merry band.
Couldn't have done it without you, and it was quite a memorable adventure. We won't soon forget it, if ever.
If I ever actually meet Lady Avarice, which I have not, I will gonna tell her how useful you are.
Oh, well, I appreciate that very much. Assuming you remember, of course, because, traveling between the Faewild and the material plane, things can get a little bit tricky in the old memory. Corey gives kind of a mischievous look. I'm joking. You'll certainly remember everything. Avarice will not have sent us to a faulty portal.
Not making me nervous at all.
You sure you don't want to come?
I would like to, but I have a feeling that this portal will not be open for so long after you pass through. I think that Avarice will probably close it to protect your exit, keep unwanted parties from pursuing.
Probably for the best. And she needs you here to do her stuff, huh?
Maybe. I don't know what my next assignment is, and she sometimes takes her time giving me a new one. But it's been a while since I was on this side of the coil, so even if no new assignment is forthcoming, perhaps I'll spend some time in the woods by myself. I don't know. Listen, though, if you are ever back on this side, and you have a way to reach me, I'd be happy to hear from you. And of course, I would love to meet this this Zoph you speak so highly of.
Yeah. Man, wait until I tell them about you.
I do hope that you're able to rescue them, and I hope they understand the value of the friendship that they have in you.
Why do I imagine him walking off and then singing a ballad alone in the woods?
Corey doesn't sing. Not when anyone else is around, anyways.
Not in autumn.
Everyone's about
Come
to leave.
on. Yeah.
Not in autumn. In spring, though, maybe.
Well, is this it then? Is this where we part?
Yeah, I got nothing else.
All right then, Mr. Bonks, Miss Angelica, Avarice is Easter. It's been my pleasure. And Corey kind of gives a little salute, and all of the mice stand on their little feet and give a salute. And kind of hefts the backpack over his shoulders and turns to walk away.
Yeah, Bonks will just nod and say, "The no danger ranger," and then also just give a little salute.
And just on the ground, petting the little mice as they pass. You can do him.
Corey kind of turns back for a second, sees that happening, and just points at one of the little mice and kind of like gestures over towards Angelica. And the mouse climbs up onto your shoulder, and Corey gives a little smile.
Cute.
Best of luck. You've got this.
Yeah.
And then turns and walks away. But the one mouse stays on Angelica for a little bit.
Give me courage to go through that portal.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
I'll go first. Here we go.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah. You step through.
Yeah, with a little hesitation.
I'm not far behind, and I'm not hesitating.
Yep.
Okay. Angie.
Yep, I'm after.
All right. You each step through the portal. Easter.
Make a wisdom save.
As you step over the threshold, expecting that now familiar sensation of ear-popping pressure, suddenly a thick mist swirls around you, cloaking everything in pure white. Your heart thuds as panic threatens to overtake your senses, until out of the fog before you steps the small, fox-like form of Ava. Her keen yellow eyes meet yours for a long moment, until the mist swirls again, this time centered on her, obscuring her from sight. When it recedes, you see before you not a fox, but a woman. A tall, lithe woman with fox ears poking out from her chin-length red hair, and a bushy foxtail to match yours. She is dressed in a billowing tunic and hunting trousers in shades of autumn, with long black gloves and tall black boots. And her yellow eyes, unchanged in this form, are still trained on you. Hello, Easter. Please,
Lady Avarice.
allow me to formally introduce myself before you leave this realm. I am, as you know, Roots Avarice. But please, you may continue to call me Ava. Forgive me for taking the opportunity to test your skills in this way. You have much growth ahead of you still, but I'm delighted by your progress.
I think I understand a lot more now of what just happened.
Do you?
I didn't know that you were Roots.
Oh, yes. I have not been Roots for very long. I used to belong to Inverse, same as you. A long time ago.
And this is some kind of, I guess, dominance game? Something weird faithing between you and him?
She laughs. Perhaps. If such things are weird faithings to your kinds of people. Truth is, I was Inverse's student for a long time. Yes, a very long time, and I learned everything that he had to teach, and I became his best mage. You are very well aware, I dare say, of how he treats his students.
Mm-hmm. I've seen him come and go.
I was the best he ever had, and yet he did not realize it, and so I found another master who would recognize my talents. And when I saw the opportunity to take the contract with you, wow. What delicious revenge indeed.
Indeed.
You seem hesitant, Easter. Do not fear. I do not intend to put you in harm's way. At least not right now.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to the last couple of weeks where you sent us through the Jellied Coil.
Trust me, it was safer than the alternative.
I'm sorry I'm like this. I have a
Like
really
what?
hard time trusting Fae.
That is not a detriment to your character, believe me. You should not trust the Fae. And I'm not asking for your trust.
Okay.
Only your assistance.
Yeah.
When the time comes.
What happened with the Traveler?
Oh,
Why did he cancel the contract?
well, it is perhaps an amusing tale. Artagan had designs on godhood for a while. He is one of the most fickle and mischievous archfey. I admire that about him, I do, but he bit off more than he could chew, in a lot of ways. He was struck down by the Moonweaver herself. That's the story, anyway.
I totally understand that completely.
He was punished for his designs on godhood, but I believe he is just bored. He is shedding all of his contracts and followers left and right, focusing on one. So I scooped this up.
Okay. I don't know you. I mean, I didn't really know him either. But I do feel like we should... I don't know. Have some kind of relationship if we're gonna help each other?
If you wish. I can contact you through your dreams, as I have been doing.
Mhm. I appreciate that, by the way. The tip-off about the Huntress.
Of course. I do have your best interest in heart. I want you to stay safe and alive and to grow powerful. And I can help you do this. You have already seen what my magic can do. You have wielded it with your own two hands.
What do you think of Inverse?
I loathe him. I loathe him very strongly.
Okay.
I wish to orchestrate his downfall, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you come in.
See, I would be happy to help with that.
I had a feeling you would say this, and I'm very pleased to hear it.
Well, I think Easter like curtsies a little bit, because she did learn how to be a servant. She knows manners, even if she doesn't show them anymore. Pretty much. Whatever I can do in your service toward that end, I will.
Then consider our pact officially signed. She reaches forward and she touches your cheek, affectionately, with a smile. For now, dear Easter, you have proven yourself, and your strength, and your wits, and your caution. But I know there is another task you have yet to complete.
Oh, the book thing?
No.
Oh, do I still have to
Your
do
friend.
that?
No.
Okay,
Anything Artagan asked you to do, you can forget.
great.
No, I speak of your friend. The one you
Yeah.
were trying to find.
Are we gonna find them through that portal?
The portal will return you to Exandria.
But how
You are
close
to-
to Zoph?
You are to follow the river east
Okay,
until you see a settlement, and that is where you will find them.
okay. I'll tell the others.
But good luck. They are well protected. And they may not be willing to go with you.
What? Of course they will.
Use your new gift to see with your own eyes.
All right.
Farewell, Easter.
I'll see you around.
And she steps back into the mist. And a wind picks up, and it all just... And it blinds you for a second. But as you step forward through it, you feel that popping sensation, and you know that you are back in Exandria.
And
Your
Angelica
ears...
and Bonks are here too.
All of you, your ears pop as you pass through the crossing, and one by one, you emerge into a small moonlit glen. The trees around you are withered and near death, though a few have done their best to retain their dusty green leaves, and the earth beneath your feet is harsh and rocky. Angelica and Bonks and Easter, you are all there. I'm going to need Bonks and Angelica to make a wisdom saving throw.
Here
No
we go.
way.
Fuzzy memories.
Oh no. I don't think I have any bonuses to this.
25.
18.
All right. As you feel the strange sensation of the Fey magics that have been kind of pressing on your skin the whole time you were in this other realm leave, and you feel like you're taking the first breath of fresh air you've had in weeks. There's a little bit of a pain, a little bit of fogginess in your mind, but you kind of shake it off, and there are no memory alterations from the weird crossing. Easter, you are completely unaffected by this.
It would be so funny if Zach was the one to lose a bunch of memories again.
I was thinking that too. I was kind of
Oh man.
counting on it.
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
But yeah. the
You
three
should
of
have said, "What do you mean again?"
What do you mean?
What do you mean again?
That's
I mean,
right,
who
that's
is
right.
Hunter anyways?
Yeah,
So-
God.
right. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
All right.
We're supposed to go. Easter looks around for a river.
Perception check. Survival check. Pick your poison.
Let's make this survival.
Quarry helps in spirit.
14.
14. Let's see. Which one was that? Was that survival or perception?
Survival.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at the map of Wildmount for reference. Let's see. So you're in the middle of this glen, and there are trees everywhere. And though they're very scarce in the leaf department, they're still growing pretty thickly together. So it's a little difficult to see past the tree line. But you know the signs with your survival check. You can kind of guess like which direction there might be water in. You don't see any river yet.
Yeah. Okay, there's going to be a river around here. I think it's this way. We're supposed to follow that river east. And according to Lady Avarice, the first settlement we come to, that's where we're going to find Zoph.
Lady Avarice? You
Yeah.
saw her?
Yeah, it was like, I mean, Bonksy went through, and then I went through, and Angelica, you followed me, and we came out that same order, but like, there was a whole conversation I had with her in between that.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Do you think it was real, or did it happen in your head? I guess it's
I
magic.
think those are the same thing, pretty much, when you deal with the Fae.
I don't want to go back there.
No, yeah, I don't either, ever.
I will say, if you turn around at that and look at the space between the trees that you walked through, there is no sign of any shimmering or glistening or anything.
Hope we didn't forget anything back there.
Yeah. Do either of you know where this is? I guess there's no way we could.
Angelica looks at her shoulder to see if the mouse is still there.
It's gone.
I know. just sad. She's a little sad.
Is there a way to like recognize like the flora or anything like
I
that?
was just gonna say, Bonks, I need you to make a survival check with advantage.
Oh boy. There we go.
Angelica, there's no way you
Oh.
would know where you are.
I rolled an 18 and 18 on the dice.
Hey,
Great.
Yeah, and then that turns into an 18.
Great. That's enough. You know, without a doubt, that you're in Jorhas.
Okay. So then I'll turn to Eastern say,
Based on the flora here in this type of woods, you've seen woods like this on your way north from where your village is.
Mhm.
So your guess is that you're somewhere in northern Jorhas.
Okay.
So you can infer, based on that the river Easter mentioned is the Eiffelon River.
Okay.
And you know it kind of heads north and then takes a turn to the east. Yep, that's right. You know
Okay.
the river that she's talking about.
Sure. So yeah, I'll turn to Eastern and say, I know without a doubt that we're in Jorhas.
okay. Where's that?
I don't have a map of Wild Mount, but it's
Are we
like east. It's like east of the.
So
continent,
you
right?
guys started in the Graying Wildlands, which is the farthest north.
Northwest.
In the Flotket Alps. You are now in Jorhas, which is quite a distance to the southeast of where you were, across a very large body of water.
Yeah. So we're basically on the other side of the continent.
I mean, not that extreme, but yeah.
So we essentially crossed an ocean by foot. I guess that explains the Gelid coil, sort of.
Wait, when we tell Zoph we crossed an entire ocean to get to him, won't they be impressed?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, anyways, I know where we are, roughly, so we can.
Do you know, well, roughly, I guess. Do you know, I was going to ask if you know how long it's going to take us to get to where we're going, but I don't even really know where we're going.
Well, we're supposed to just follow that river, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know we used up a lot of rations, so I made good berries. I'm going to hand you each a good berry.
thank you.
That should
Thanks.
hold us over.
I'll eat one right now and heal for 1 HP.
Oh boy.
Maybe I'll eat 2 more and heal for 2 more HP.
When you're fishing for those good berries, you find in your pack nice little packets of the eggs and
The Faewild bacon.
yeah, the Faewild bacon that we didn't get to eat because we were interrupted by hounds. Corey put it in your backpacks instead of his. So
Aww. Corey. We sure bacon makes it, but not the mouse. No, I know the mouse wasn't real. It was magic. I know.
The mouse is named Bacon. There he is.
It's canon now.
mouse bacon.
Yeah.
No, that's
Delicious.
not what I said.
Hey,
I didn't say
Too
that.
far. Too far. Pull it back. Pull it back.
I hate the Fae twisting my words like this. Definitely gonna cover up that crossing, even though it's not there with more leaves and stuff. No,
Yeah.
never again.
So, what happens if we eat Fey food when we're not in the Feywild? You think
I
it's
mean, it
safe?
wasn't.
It's just food, right?
Yeah, Fae food. I mean, Quarry, as he never got tired of reminding me, was not a Fae. It's really the food that Fae serve you that you have to be careful of.
Good, I'm starving.
Well, do we need to rest for a little bit, or are we gonna just go?
It does seem to be fairly late at night.
Okay.
Just based on the position of the moons in the sky.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's camp.
Maybe. How about we go and find the river first, and then we'll camp.
Yeah,
along the
that's a
river.
good idea. It's a good idea.
All right. Yeah. So why don't you guys make? Well, you don't have to make another check. It doesn't take long for you to find your way out of the glen, and from there, it's pretty easy to find the river. It's a big river, very, major, wide river, and based on the position of the stars or whatever, you can figure out which way is east. You know which way you have to go.
Cool. So yeah,
So
I
what's
guess,
next, Quatrefoils?
Yeah. I guess once we're set up at camp and stuff, then Bonks will ask Easter, so did your Lady Avarice, did she have any, like, fancy plans for you or anything, or?
She does, actually. I'm very excited.
You're excited?
Yeah.
Should I be worried about this?
I don't know.
This is the first time that you've been excited like this for a Fae thing, so...
Yeah, well, the thing is, the Traveler was kind of... I don't know what his whole deal was, and he never explained anything that he wanted to me. And also, he stranded me here in Exandria for no apparent reason, and then gave up on me. So I was not excited about any of that. But Lady Avarice and I are on the same wavelength.
I see.
We both really hate this guy called Roots Inverse,
Okay.
and she has recruited me to help bring him down. And I'm all in on that.
Which means that you might eventually want to go back there.
Well, we're talking a long time from now when I am much more powerful than I am now, because if I went back there... I mean, you're great, Bonks, and so is Angelica, and when we're back in full strength and have Zoph with us again, we're pretty much unstoppable. But Brutes Inverse would just crush us in a second.
I see. Well, it's a good thing we're not going back anytime soon then.
Yeah.
Or ever.
Or, yeah. I mean, never's a long time.
Oh, gosh. But, okay, well, I mean, at least you don't have to be stressed about, the castle or whatever was happening, and...
Oh my god, that is his castle. That was Roots Inverse Castle. I didn't even want to say his name while they were there. That's why I didn't explain anything was happening. Because weird stuff can happen. But yeah, that was him. I lived there for most of my life.
Oh,
that's
so that's
horrible.
where it was.
Yeah.
I don't even understand how a castle can chase you, but, it's...
It's the Faewild, man.
Oh, gosh, that place.
That's so creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Creepy castle.
Yeah. Anyway, who's up first for watch?
It's a real fairy tale.
I mean, I don't mind.
Cool.
Okay. Then Angelica and Easter bed down for the evening while Box stays up. And yeah, anything you'd like to do while you're up?
So, if I know the lay of the land somewhat, like, do I know of any, like, settlements and stuff like that in this direction that we're going to be heading, or, like...
You could make a history check.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember if we decided how you got up to Hillbank Village in the first place.
Oh,
did you
yeah.
cross through the Empire and go up through the forest, or did you come up across the Emerald Gulch that way?
I'd have to look at the map again to remember, but let's see.
Well, luckily I have it up. Let me just pop it in chat for you.
In chat.
You can,
Not put it in Discord.
well, in Discord, yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So... I don't think I went through the Empire.
Yeah, then you might be familiar with these cities around the area. So yeah, make a history check with advantage.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I needed that, and it's not great, but it's a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
You remember there being a port city
Mhm.
at the mouth of the river near where the Emerald Gulch, or that opens into the Emerald Gulch. You know there's a port city there because that's where you hopped on a ship heading north before.
Okay.
But you don't remember the name of the city? All you remember was that it was kind of ramshackle and loud and filled with goblinkin.
Okay, well. Yeah, so I'll just try and remember and think about that and think about how
But
long
you know
we might
that
need to travel.
it's at least, at the eastern mouth of the river into the Emerald Gulch. So you think if you're not sure how far away you are from it right now, but that's the only settlement you remember in the area.
Okay.
That would be along the river anyway.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise I was just kind of just thinking about the stuff like that, and then nothing else.
Yeah, right. Make your perception check.
Sure. Okay. That is 18.
Yeah. So it's nice to be back in Exandria. No feeling of foreboding, no jumping at every sound. Here, everything's familiar, even more so because you're back in Shorehouse. And though you are still a distance from where you grew up, like the creature sounds and the night skies are familiar to you enough here. You're able to pass the first part of your watch very peacefully.
Okay. Who is next?
Angela next.
Okay, then I'll wake up Angelica and then see myself to bed.
Okay. Angie, is there anything you'd like to do during your watch?
Make a pot of tea, because I missed it so much.
You can do that easily enough. Are you making some of your specialty?
No, not now. I have to be alert. So maybe something with a little punch.
Easily enough. You can do that. All right, then go ahead and make your perception check.
I got a 10.
All right. So here's a question for you, Angelica. Because you grew up in the Savalier Wood, which was part beautiful, fey-touched wood and part terrifying and cursed. And here, everything seems barren and desolate and sucked dry of life, permanently scarred. While you were in the Faewild, at least everything was still vibrant, somewhat familiar, but here there is nothing that's familiar to you. How does that feel for you to be here?
Well, having not seen very much of it since it was dusk or growing dark when we were here, I'm sure it'll hit me in the morning. that it feels lifeless and empty, I guess.
Probably wouldn't be too different than Eiselgrass, right? Where it's just snow everywhere.
It's a little different than that. Because this place has a history. And though you're not really sure what that is, you can sense it with every breath. Something big and terrible happened here a very long time ago.
It doesn't seem like it's ever recovered.
That's right. It's still trying to recover, and it just hasn't.
So I kind of hug my knees and grab my cup a little closer, rock a little back and forth, uneasily.
The sounds that you hear make you uneasy, but your watch passes without issue. Until finally it's Easter's turn.
Okay.
Easter, how are you spending your watch?
I think she spends most of it just kind of like playing with Riot. Just like, petting her, and I think they like to go on a short walk around the campsite. Mostly she's waiting for dawn. So that it can be morning and she can put on her mask.
She can use her mask now if she wants to. You don't have to wait for dawn.
I know, but when I scry, I want to see something. I don't want to scry on Zoph sleeping.
That's fair.
Now is the creeper castle.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Okay. So I'm going to wait until it's like almost time to wake the others up, and I think the duration spell is like 10 minutes. So before it's time, I'm going to put on the mask and see if I can catch Zoph going about their morning routine, wherever that is and whoever that's with.
All right. We'll go ahead and do that now.
Okay.
Ethan's shaking his head. Go ahead and let's see. What does the scrying spell require? It's a saving throw from Zoph.
Mm-hmm.
Zoph doesn't know I'm casting the spell, so I don't think they can fail the saving throw
Unless I
voluntarily.
can tell it's Easter somehow.
Let's see. Scrying.
I don't think scrying says that you can tell.
The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and what sort of physical connection. So you don't have any garment or a likeness or a picture, but you have, you're familiar. So
yeah, I know.
A -5 modifier, but I don't think you have do you have anything of those?
I'm looking through my possessions now to try and figure that out.
If it's a -5 modifier, that would put me at a flat roll, pretty much, because I have a +5 to wisdom saves.
Well, and I think that you can always choose to fail a saving throw if you want.
Yeah, but Zoph wouldn't know who it is.
Given your situation, if you feel something, you probably would try to resist it.
Actually,
it's up to you.
No, it's the opposite. If I were with my friends and I felt something that I didn't recognize, I would absolutely resist that. But the thing is, Zoph's mindset right now is a big portion of it is the 100% faith that his friends are coming, or their friends are coming to save them. So yeah, I think there's a chance that Zoph might fail that on purpose if they felt it.
All right. Then, Easter, you put on this mask and you focus on Zoph, all of your energy on Zoph. And you can feel the cold but familiar, slender hands of avarice on your shoulders. And you hear her voice in your ear saying, "See with your own eyes." And your consciousness is transported, zooming faster than you could even comprehend through the wilds of Jorahas, following the river to this settlement, to this tavern that's built on the back of this massive tortoise. It finally slows, and you see a hallway outside of a room of an inn. Zoph, you and the members of the Caustic Heart have been shown great hospitality for your first night at the Unbroken Tusk. It's nearly dawn before the revelries begin to die down, as one by one the patrons finally decide to retire for the evening. Ravon walks you to your room and gives you a lopsided grin as he steadies himself against the doorframe. "I hope you'll allow me to sleep in tomorrow, little Sib. It's been some time since I've had the freedom to imbibe this much."
Oh,
He
nope.
belches.
Big, what's the word? Brother.
Yeah.
I forgot the word brother.
Thanks, Siri.
No, okay, we can sleep in a little, but we have to wake up early enough to make it to the temple. You said you would.
Yeah. No, I didn't forget. I
forgot.
Pascal.
No, you-
I didn't, because I talked to Pascal.
Uh-huh.
He belches really loud. Excuse me. I talked to Pascal, and we've decided we'll have lunch here at the Tusk, and then you and I can split off. We'll split off from the group, and then we can go to the temple. But please, after lunch. After lunch. The sun's almost up. We have to sleep. And you don't want to go to the temple looking like this, do you?
I know, you don't want to go to the temple looking like this, but I mean, what do I look like right now?
I'm going to do you a kindness and not tell you. Hey, we're going tomorrow, though. We're going, but he kind of stumbles a bit and catches himself again on the doorframe, and he says, "Get some sleep, Zoph. I'll see you for lunch." For lunch.
For lunch.
He kind of starts stumbling down the hallway.
Zoph goes to enter their room, but then turns back and kind of rushes down the hallway to where Rhea is stumbling, and just kind of turns him around and pulls him into a hug and says, "I'm really glad that I got to see you again." That's all. Go to your room. Get some rest.
He kind of, I know you don't have any hair, but he does the like rustle your head type brotherly movement. And he chuckles and he's like, "Glad I found you, kiddo. We're gonna have fun. We're going to bet on some fights." He shouts as he just stumbles down the hallway toward his room.
The temple first, brother.
Yes.
And
Killjoy.
Zoph smiles.
And he goes off into his room. And as you go ahead.
Did Zoph feel the spell take, like, is that something that Zoph would have felt?
The
Easter's scrying spell?
Scrying spell? You would have had to choose to fail it, but you're also incredibly drunk right now. So it's up to you.
So Zoph maybe doesn't 100% believe that they felt what they felt, but they stumble into their room.
And as you do,
No.
you hear footsteps behind you and a knock against the door frame.
Go to bed, Ree. You have to be up early.
I am sorry to disappoint, but I am not your brother.
Oh. Zoph will go and kind of open the door, but only part way, and kind of lean into the doorway so that they're partially blocking it.
I apologize for the intrusion, but I wondered if I might ask for a moment of your time.
If you can take a moment of my time from the doorway, because I'm very sleepy.
Yes, I will not keep you. I wanted to let you know that your friends have been spotted outside of the city. I have no doubt that they will come in search of you. And if you are smart, you will avoid a conflict.
Zoph opens the door a little wider and kind of stands fully in it, puts an arm on Pascal's shoulder and says, "If you're smart, you'll avoid it."
I want nothing more.
Because, and I don't use language lightly, they will fuck you up.
Pascal kind of has this amused look on his face. And he says, "Let's get you a glass of water."
I've got water in here. Thank you very much.
You misunderstand my intention, Zofdal. I think it might be time for you to part ways with
Zoph puts a hand up to Pascal's mouth and says, "You can call me Zoph."
Zoph. I think it might be time for you to part ways with the heart. If your friends are here for you, you should go to them.
Yeah, Zoph takes a little bit of a step back and then falls a little bit further than intended, but catches themselves. No, I promised Ree that I wouldn't leave him like last time. I meant that promise.
So I am genuinely overjoyed to see that you and your brother have rekindled your bond. Believe me when I say that he has spoken of nothing less since he joined the Heart those years ago.
And you just want me to tear that away from him?
No. I want... He kind of sets his jaw for a second, and he looks down the hallway. I see what you're trying to do with him. I see how you speak to him and how you are trying to change his mind. He is perhaps not as malleable as you may believe. And if you may allow me to give you a warning, the Arch-Augur's claws are in him deeper than you may believe. You may need to consider an alternate approach.
Zoph smiles a little too broadly and says, "Now, Pascal, you went to a lot of trouble to procure me, and now you're just telling me to leave? One might ask, what's in it for you? And that might seem an elusive point at first, until one realizes the true implications of what you're saying. My
And
presence has a strong influence. And her claws may be deep, but mine are too. So I think I'll stay, and I'll start to close the door.
He stops the door and he says, I imagine you believe yourself to be quite smart, and I commend you for your assumptions, as incorrect as they may be. My intentions may not be pure. That is not of your concern. What is of your concern, however, is what the Arch-Augur intends to do with you when she finally meets you. I dare say your brother has told you that she wishes him to bring you to her. I do not know what she wants, but I suspect she means to do you harm. This much is clear to me.
It's so kind of you to worry about me. But Pascal, I'll be fine.
His expression falters. It's perhaps the first time that you've seen through the mask that he is constantly wearing of poise and composure. And he looks angry. And he says, you don't understand. The Queen's consort, she knows how to get what she wants, no matter the cost. She always has. I don't know what interest she has in you. Perhaps she sees you as a threat. Perhaps she thinks that your influence on her beloved exemplar is too strong. It matters little to me. What I do know is that Shnithra Zolead will take what she wants, and no one can stop her. Suddenly,
I make an insight check.
Yeah, no, I was going to can I make an insight check at disadvantage?
you can't, because
Oh, okay.
suddenly you are consumed, Zoph, by a blinding flash of fury. You close your eyes against it the way you might against the sun. And when you open them again, you find yourself in a large, open chamber, leaning against a pew and facing an altar adorned with iconography you are very familiar with. A crisp, white rendition of a hollow dodecahedron, the symbol of the Luxon. The hall is lit with a cool, ethereal glow that combats the darkness filtering in from outside the translucent glass walls. A drow woman draped in the pristine white and lavender vestments of a high-ranking member of the clergy stands with her back to you as she slowly and carefully returns the various implements used during the morning's worship ceremony to their original places. You wait for the last of the worshippers to file out of the church before striding up the aisle toward the altar with purpose. Ah, Jelena. I do hope you have enjoyed the morning service. The woman addresses you without turning around. Your presence here suggests you have discovered the culprit behind the attempted beacon theft. I have, you respond coolly, though your throat is thick with the effort of concealing your loathing. Your well-trained eyes follow the high luminary's every movement like a hawk, so the slight hitch in her breath doesn't escape your notice. Your eyes narrow and your chest fills with the elated flutter of imminent victory. But you know better than to lay your cards on the table just yet. Not before you have solid evidence to deliver to the Bright Queen. Then you have done the dynasty a great service. The High Luminary turns finally, and though her countenance is the picture of serenity, Her charcoal eyes betray her unease. We shall all rest easier when this criminal is sent to rot in the dungeon of penance. Indeed we shall. You agree, eyes narrowing again. If that is to be their fate. For a crime of this magnitude, I would imagine an exiled execution would be a more appropriate punishment. You have to fight to keep the smugness from your expression as you watch the color drain from the High Luminary's face. Pressing your advantage, you close the distance between you, and though you have the height advantage, she stands her ground. Mark my words, Shanithra. This culprit's days are numbered, and they will be an example to anyone with designs on the beacons. Shanithra's expression hardens as her eyes bore into yours, but she meets your words with silence. Finally, you back off, turning on your heel, and stride back down the aisle toward the exit. As you leave the church behind you, one last image burns itself into your memory. The rage and panic-filled eyes of a budding vendetta. Easter. You see this conversation happening with Pascal, and then suddenly you see Zoph pass out. Pascal seems a little startled for a moment, but he picks up the Dragonborn gingerly and places them in bed and leaves. And that's when your vision is pulled back and away from the scene.
I did roll that insight check and I got a 4, so it's whatever.
It's whatever.
Pascal, always slippery.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't even have to try.
Yeah.
I literally gave it to you. You're seeing passive math for the first time, and you're still rolling a 4. So there you go. We're back at you, Easter.
Easter takes the mask off and puts it back in her things, and I guess wakes the other two up. You two ready to get on the road?
An actual road?
Bleak.
Well, the river.
Oh.
We don't have a boat.
Well, better than whatever the Gelid Coil was, I mean.
Yeah, very much better.
A path that
There
we
is-
actually can follow.
There is actually a path, a road that follows the river.
Makes sense.
Oh, sweet roads.
It's the Honor Walk Road.
So I've been watching Zoph.
Really?
Yeah. Thanks to my handy dandy new toy. Thank you, Lady Iris.
Are they okay?
You're
They
welcome.
seem they're in a very complicated position right now as far as I could tell. Pascal Roth is still with them. And their brother, did either of you know that they had a brother?
Yes.
Oh. Well, their brother's there too.
Huh. Their brother kidnapped them? What?
I have no idea. That part of it is all very unclear to me. But I did see them hanging out with their brother, and they seemed to be getting along great. But then Pascal came in when they were alone and said a bunch of stuff about how Zoph's in a lot of trouble because of some arch augur, which didn't mean anything to me, but I guess they're going to meet this arch augur soon, and then it's gonna be bad news for them. It's weird. I don't know what is going on with Zoph. But it's
So-
really hard to tell. Here's the weirdest part for me was that Pascal said, "Hey, you should leave us. You should. Well, I'm gonna set you free. I know your friends are here, and you should go back to see your friends." And at first, I was like, "Yes, Zoph, do that." And I couldn't talk to Zoph, but I was thinking it. And then they said, "No, I gotta stay here with my brother because I made a promise that I wasn't gonna leave him again." So I get pretty complicated once we're there.
How did they even know we were here?
I do not know. We just got back.
We just got back. I'm gonna
Been
phone
like-
call
It's a-
somebody.
It's been like 4 hours.
It's
Past- Yeah.
like a family reunion. Why weren't we all welcome? So this is very complicated,
Yeah.
convoluted.
Is it possible that we like have an item in our possession that will like ping him or something? Like, is that a thing? A magic thing that can happen?
We have one sending stone. I do not know who else owns the other one.
I don't know if you ever found out.
We never found out.
Something from when he was in
They're
prison.
not all accounted for. Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, I just don't know how he would know we were here. That's kind of concerning. But
Yeah.
I mean,
But he didn't seem to care that we were here.
Well, let's just go talk to Zoph then.
That's
I
his
guess.
underestimation of us.
So you
Yeah.
saw where he was, so we can just go straight there?
There was a turtle and an inn. It was a blur, sort of. I mean, we know that they're in the nearest settlement along this river. We're on our way there. I think we should maybe pick up the pace a little, if you ask me.
Okay. Yeah, let's go. I mean, sounds like if it's complicated, we just need to sit down and talk about it, and then...
Yeah. I mean, what are they going to do? Kidnap him again? He's already in their
Yes.
clutches.
Yeah. Yeah, I think let's just go there and see what's happening.
I'm good with that.
Alright. So yeah, we'll break down camp and get on the road. The actual road, not any weird Fey road that doesn't actually
Plan is
work.
there's no plan.
The plan is there's no plan.
Plan, no
Wait,
plan.
I can work with that.
I don't know. I mean, I
And
think
we're going to have a
we
nice
needed one.
conversation. I guess.
Well, maybe we can join the party. I mean, if things seem okay with this brother, maybe we can go along with. Now, maybe.
Well, once we get rid of Pascal.
Yeah, I don't know if I
I
want.
thought you said he was on our side.
That
No.
guy's not on anybody's side. I could not even tell if he was telling the truth to Zoph or not. Or if it was just another one of his big scams. I don't know what he wants. But I want him gone. I want him out of Zoph's life.
Well, we'll all feel better when we hear what Zoph has to say, and it's what Zoph wants that counts.
Maybe we'll just
As long
kidnap
as Zoph
Pascal
wants to
and...
come back with us.
Yeah, it's true.
If he really wants to stay with his brother, though, we can't have him choose his loyalties like that. I don't know.
It's like that Futurama episode. This was Fry's choice. And he chose wrong, so we're going to go and fix it.
Right? So the plan is to head toward the settlement.
Find the inn, knock on Zoph's door. that I
Yeah.
have seen.
Although I
You
will
did.
say,
I will remind you just so that player Nick is aware of all the information that you received during that scry. So you have a vague idea that they're in an inn somewhere in the city. But you do have a location that they're going to be after lunch tomorrow.
It's true. That's true. Yeah, I'll relate that to the rest of the group. Yeah, that we know. I know that Zoph and their brother are going to this temple.
And you know that they will not be with the rest of the cult at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah, that might be the best chance because it'll just be the two of them. And if Zoph's brother is cool, then this will be easy, and if their brother is not, then this will be weird.
I'm getting signs that it's not cool.
You have no way of knowing that. You have no way.
Can't tell you.
You don't know.
Signs
feels
point to not
weird.
cool.
Yeah, it feels weird already. This whole thing feels weird and not right.
Yeah,
We went through the Faewild.
What do you know about their brother? Because this is the first I'm hearing about it.
I don't remember everything I know about his family situation. I need to watch the episode again. I just remember that what's his name?
I mean, at the very least, you'd know that Zoph's relationship with their mother and their brother is very complicated.
Yeah.
And it ties back to the fact that their mother is kind of a devout believer of the Dragon Queen. And she kind of raised Zoph and Rivon that way. At the very least, you'd know that much.
Yeah.
So you'd be just as surprised as you know, to hear of them getting along and being buddy-buddy is a big shock to you. Because the last you heard, they were kind of on the outs. Is that a thing people say?
Yeah, on the outs is a legit expression.
Yay. I do English, guys.
Writer approved.
Yeah.
Canon.
All right. Yeah, that is strange then.
Yeah, it's real strange to you. You were like starting to question a lot of things.
It's real
It is
strange to
complicated.
them,
That's a
too.
really good word for it. That's the perfect word for what's going to happen. Or just what's going on.
We can make it real simple.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way to the river.
Making our way.
You were making your way east along the river.
Yep.
You eventually
This is a good direction for me.
find
I
the
feel like-
road.
Lady Avarice put me in the spot for a reason.
Yeah. You follow the
Sterling
road.
Easter.
And it takes pretty much the whole morning. The sun is pretty much right above you in the sky by the time you reach the settlement. The bustling, haphazard city of Chigao, which is currently being dressed up for some kind of event. Stages are being constructed, banners and flags and all sorts of things are being hung. It seems to be a pretty jovial atmosphere, which seems in stark contrast to your group and your current mood. Where are you heading? What are you looking for now that you're here?
Temples. I think I'm gonna ask around, for directions to nearby temples.
Sure. Well, it's pretty easy, especially if you mention the Luxon. There's one temple to the Luxon in Chigao, and it's a very prominent building, built pretty much in the center of town. A big 3-story building made of iron and glass, built to look like a giant dodecahedron. The temple
Reminiscent
of
of the top of Zoph's staff.
identical, but bigger. And as you approach this building, we're going to go ahead and call it a little early and end the episode there. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Let's see what happens next week when the Quatrefoils reunite with their beloved Zoph. Good night.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.